Welcome to the space for transformational leaders to unleash their magic, see better client results, work lighter, and live source. Hi there, this is Darla LeDoux, founder of Sourced and author of Shift the Field. And let's explore the hidden money scarcity when it comes to hiring implementation help in your business. If you're an entrepreneur and you are marketing your business, you are marketing in some way online. And I'm guessing if you're watching my videos and you're a magical being, online marketing is not your best gift, or at least the implementation side of things, right? We use an assessment called Wealth Dynamics with our private clients. You're probably a star or a creator, like you are the big picture person, and the detailed implementation is probably not for you. Now, I want to speak to the hidden money scarcity, however, when it comes to your awareness that you really need to hire help. Now, first of all, there are plenty of people who are going to talk with you about this idea that you need to do the math and determine what is it worth to you to outsource some of these things, right? In other words, if you're getting paid $500 an hour as a coach or a transformational healer in some way, shape, or form, and your person you're outsourcing tasks to is significantly less than that, right? Then it makes sense to outsource and to have someone else implement. And yet a lot of people don't trust that they're going to continue to make that $500 per hour as an example. And so they wait to outsource. So that's one place scarcity shows up. A lot of people talk about this. I want to talk about this hidden scarcity, or the way I see people approach this that can tend to get them hung up. So a lot of times what happens is people will receive some coaching, some transformational work. They'll shift their energy field like we help our clients to do, and they'll get in a whole new energy space, and they'll be really, really clear about what their business is about and really on fire and really excited about that. And then they'll develop their packages and their offerings, and they'll know exactly what they need to go do to put them online or start doing the speaking circuit to gather leads. We call it meeting people with their marketing, and bringing those people in to engage and activate into working with them, right? There's various steps to take for that. And what I see happen a lot is that a person will decide, okay, I am not going to hire a coach. I'm not going to have support for me, the CEO, and the product of my business. I'm going to let that go and redirect that money into implementation support. Now, this is great in theory, right? But what often happens, this is where the hidden scarcity is, right? Can you see and hear the scarcity thinking to say, I'm going to cut off the very thing that has made me feel alive and aligned and helped me get clear and know my strategy and not get hooked by other energies and stay focused. I'm going to cut that off. And now I'm going to go hire support to implement. And then guess what? You're hiring support to implement. You're bringing in a whole nother person into your world in a very intimate way that you now have to evaluate their level of knowledge and awareness of marketing, of your specific technology, of your audience and your strategy, so that they can recreate and replicate the strategy that you just came up with. And the issue often that I see is that this strategy is not yet integrated, right? So now you're bringing in a new person and you're assuming that they're going to just pick this up and run with it, but you don't yet really fully have that strategy integrated into your beingness. In other words, you might still have self-doubt about, is this really valuable? Can I deliver it? Or you might just not be quite clear, okay, what is the message, or what is the energy that's going to have a client go from taking step 1 to taking step 2 with me? right? You may not have that integrated in your beingness. So now you're bringing in a new person and you're delegating to them, hey, I need you to set up a system to convert people from my free gift into my paid session, right? And maybe you're writing the copy or whatever, but you haven't actually integrated into your knowingness what's going to convert someone from A to B. You don't know. How are you going to delegate it to this person to implement when you don't actually know in your own beingness how to do that, right? But you've cut yourself off from the container of support. Not that this person, not that your coach is your source, right? This is your source. However, you're not yet 100% integrated in working with your source and putting it out and having it convert and having it all work together. And so then you're going to cut yourself off from the container that allows you to integrate and be crystal clear and delegate to this person long enough for this to become real in the world, right? And this is scarcity thinking, because you think you only can have this or this, not that you can have both, this and this, right? The universe doesn't work like that. Where the desire is present, the way to fulfill it is also present. In other words, if you have a desire to have this kind of support to help you become a strategist in your own business, as well as being a magician at delivering your work, right? And you want to have this support to actually do the implementation, which could be more than one person. If you want both of those things, if that feels supportive and loving and nurturing to you, it is available. It is possible. The income to support that is 100% in your field, because it can't not be, because it's universal law. That's how the universe works. So the moment you hear yourself saying, I can't have this, so I can have that, I want a little red flag to go up. And I want you to ask yourself, at what cost? At what cost, right? How much did you already invest here only to just cut off the flow as you're right about to get to the finish line, right? It's that idea of being 3 feet from gold. And why wouldn't the universe support you in having exactly what you desire and exactly what you need to have this divine vision come into reality and into manifestation? It's impossible for it not to work out when that knowing is sourced. It really is. So I'm curious, who relates to this? Who has ever done this? And I get that it can feel very scary and it can feel counterintuitive even to think like, oh, as I'm building this thing and implementing and I'm in such trust and such faith, but I can still have both, right? I can have all of the things that are a true desire. It can feel very scary to do that. I'm telling you, I've worked this muscle time and time again, and I have never been let down. The universe has literally never, ever let me down in terms of rising to meet whatever it is that I desire and that my business needs to grow in alignment. All right. Yes, again, let me know. I'm passionate about this. Let me know below the video how you feel about this, how this has shown up for you in your work. If you've enjoyed this, please share, please like and subscribe so we can continue to get this sourced information out into the world in a bigger way. Thank you. Bye.